All right, we are live. Welcome to Barstool Units, episode 13?
12.
12,
Episode
episode
12.
12. How you doing, Frank?
I'm feeling a little better. I tried to play
Let's
basketball
get right into it.
yesterday. We did this thing
going
at
on?
Barstool called the Labatt Blue Good Beer Games,
Okay.
and it was a basketball competition. And just trying to run on the court for a few minutes knocked me the fuck out.
Yeah. That'll happen. Guy, listen, we're units, you know. We're
I mean, I was
short
dehydrated.
stints of speed.
I was dehydrated. My back was hurting. I threw up.
Yeah. I hear you. Well, hey, at least you got out there and tried to do it. What's going on? It's sponsored by Labatt Blue, and they're doing like is it Olympics, or is it just like some kind of special games, or what's going on?
It's a special type of games. They're going to have different sports every couple of months. They're going to do it.
Okay, very cool. And so this is basketball, and so you were selected, or you volunteered? How did this come about?
I was selected, and
Yeah, did they make a mistake?
I made a mistake of going.
Yeah, sometimes it's okay to say no.
Yeah, I'm at 45 years old. My athletic days are done.
I hear you. I'm at 32. I'll be out there with you.
I'm 380 something pounds. So it's difficult for me to move as it is. I can't run.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I'm feeling like Frankenstein on the court. Like every time I try to make a move or try to go for a rebound, I felt like I was about to fall over.
Yeah, just stumbling out there. Well, you gave it a shot. Was it like 5-on-5, or what was it?
It was kind of weird. There was a couple different. There was one was a free throw challenge, one was a skills challenge, and one was a 2-on-2, which was crazy.
Yeah.
You'll see the episodes. The episodes will be coming out soon.
Okay, cool. But so you're okay now. You're in recovery.
Yes.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Well, I tell you what, it just hasn't been a great weekend for you. With that and Angry Birds,
and Joey Logano, yards away from winning me $120.
Was that how much you would have won on that bet?
Yeah.
That's tough, Frank. I mean, I don't want to see him win ever, but I also would like to see you win $120. So that's tough.
I mean, he was so close, so close.
Well, that's how I feel like that's how every NASCAR race is, especially the Daytona 500s I've watched. I mean, you can watch it the whole time, but the last 3 laps are really where it gets interesting.
And a total scrub is who won it.
Well, he's been in the series for 14 years, I think.
Yeah, and he never won.
This is his first win. They said after the race, there's been like 5 or 6 racers who have gotten their first.
Yeah,
race.
Michael Waltrip most notably.
Yeah.
But
and that was the 2001 race, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But with the Michael McDonald, this is the guy that I never even heard of.
Yeah.
No one ever talks about him. He's like one of those guys that like just fills out the field.
Yeah, and that's gonna be. I'm torn. Obviously, you want to be happy for the guy, and I'm sure he's elated and everything. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking, if that was me, like that can't have the same excitement as it would if you got. It's you remember the Apollo Ono. I think when he and like the top 3 speed skaters crashed.
I did the understate about that the other day.
Oh, did you? And like Australia came in because they were just so far behind. I feel like that's got like Australia winning that gold medal. Like he has to know. Like
that literally was the understate. I did. When would I do to that one? I did it on maybe Tuesday or so.
Yeah, that's I remember that happening and just going, good for him for winning the gold. But at the same time, like he's got to think like, it can't have that same pizzazz feeling.
Yeah. I did a blog about it the other day on my On the State blog.
How about
that? There was the Korean, the Chinese guy, and Apollo Ono all collided. and it was
Yeah.
it was just like a giant pileup.
Yeah, on a turn, and that's just so scary seeing those guys at the wall because I mean they're wearing skates, ice skates, and so I'm in my head I'm just thinking like if one of their skates goes into somebody's leg or something. Anyway,
It could have been worse. Have you ever heard of Clint Malarchuk?
I have not.
Clint Malarchuk was a goalie for the Buffalo Sabres.
Okay, yeah, I think I have heard about this. Yeah.
And one game, someone's skate came across and slashed his neck. And by some miracle, now it was just a good case of timing that the injury happened by the Zamboni entrance. So the team trainer, who was a medic from Vietnam, was able to like pinch the jugular, get him into the ambulance, and start like getting him treatment.
Yeah.
He literally was like moments away from dying.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the blood just gushing out of his neck on the ice. If you, I don't know if you've ever seen the video. It's
I think I have seen it, but it's it's one of those things where you try and put it aside.
It's gruesome, and what's amazing is the guy only missed like 2 weeks. He was back on the ice in a couple weeks.
That's a hockey player, right? That's a hockey player.
I mean, you want to talk about bad moments on the ice, but yeah, that crash was something else. I think one of the guys got disqualified because he was ruled to have like caused it.
Yeah,
and Apollo Ono still ended up getting the silver medal, and the Canadian guy that was even further back got the bronze.
That's it's just wild watching that. But that's kind of how I feel like if you're McDowell, is that his name? The NASCAR driver that won? Yeah, I mean if you're McDowell, I mean it's luck. Hey, I mean he was at the same time I'm saying this, but on the same token, he was
a win.
He was in like fourth or fifth position. So I mean he was up there, in case something did happen. So
a win's a win,
Yeah. He had to be in the right place at the right time. So I'll give it to him for that for sure. Well, I tell you what. Well, I'm back in Jacksonville now, but I'll only be here for a couple of weeks. Just finished my trip up to New York. Frank, I think we're both getting pretty good at putt. I mean, a lot of birdies.
I had a couple of bad holes, and I get in my head too many times.
But other than that, though, I mean, I think we had a lot of birdies, and you had what, 1 or 2 hole-in-ones?
2 hole-in-ones.
Yeah, I mean, every golfer's going to have a couple bad holes here and there, but it's what you do on the other holes to make up for it that really counts. So I think we're doing pretty well. Angry Birds, it was an all right course. Even though the holes seemed very straightforward, there's humps there, bumps here. And so, it wasn't as straightforward as it looked. But I am excited for the warmer weather and to get out and start traveling.
It snowed again today.
Did it?
Yes.
I missed it. I came right in between.
No, good for you.
I'm not that happy about it. I would have loved to have seen the snow.
Yeah, well, get a car, have an apartment, and live in the snow. You won't be happy about it.
No, I don't think I will do that. I think that's where some of my enjoyment for the snow comes from. It's that I don't have any responsibility for the snow. Like I don't have to drive in it. I don't have to clean it up. I don't. Have
in New Jersey, you have to brush off all the snow off your car. You can't drive with the snow on your car.
Yeah. I would hope people wouldn't do that. I've seen some videos of like just slabs of ice on people's hoods.
Yeah. But about 5-6 years ago, they made it a law that you have to take the snow off your car.
Yeah. I imagine. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of the video I saw. Somebody's driving down the highway. And they just had like a thick slab of ice.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's wild. But yeah, like I said, I think I get the enjoyment from it because I don't have any responsibility for it. But I will be moving up to New York. I actually I hung out with Mincy while I was in the office.
Oh, that looks fun the other day. Mincy at the Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, we went over to Brooklyn, got some really good gumbo at Gumbo Brothers. And it was good. We got that. We got some king cake. And but while we were talking, him and Playboy Marty are still doing an Airbnb, and I think there's a chance we might room up.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, get a nice little 3-2 in the because that's the big thing is the apartments in New York City. I mean, in Manhattan, for a 1-bedroom is $2,000.
I'm paying $1,500 for this piece of shit in Belleville.
Yeah, and so if we can get a 3-2 for $3,500, it's wild. I understand the concept and everything. Hey, you're taking up the same amount of space with a 1-bedroom, but or close to it. But yeah, so we might end up getting like a 3-2 or something in Manhattan.
Well, that will sound good. Minty sounds like a guy that it'll be a great guy to have at a party.
Yeah, I'm sure he's always down to party. We talked about. I mean, with everything happening in New York City, I think he's just kind of been office and apartment. So I'm excited. I think I'm moving into the right time where things, the weather's starting to get a little bit warmer, and hopefully with the vaccine and everything, things are starting to open back up.
Yep.
I heard today that Caleb is moving down to Florida to become a professional golfer, and go for that dream. And so it's kind of funny. I'm moving up to New York City, and I see Dave in Miami, every 2 weeks, and now Caleb's moving down to Florida, and I'm thinking, all right, how long am I going to be in New York before HQ moves down to Miami?
Well, Caleb was part of the thing I was in yesterday.
Oh, well, yeah, with the basketball, right? Yeah. Well, he's going to be professional golfer, is what I hear.
Well, hope him good luck. All it takes is one major, and you're a legend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thinking about this, Barstool pundit, former, college quarterback, now a professional golfer. He can do it. Well, what else is going on?
Who do you play college for?
UNC.
Oh, he was at North Carolina.
Yeah, that's how he got known by Dave. Is he was trying to think. I think he took a break or he traveled somewhere, and when he came back, he realized he didn't want to play football full time, and so but they still let him hang around or whatnot with the team, and he was kind of like a trainer slash. I'm trying to think, he was the morale captain, I think is what he was called. And so, that's what he told one of the newspaper. That's what he told like the USA Today, and they went with it, and as if it was a real story. And so that was like his story. But yeah, that's so. I saw your A&W rating for the hot dogs.
Yeah.
I kind of expected that. It's a fast food place, but I'm hearing more and more about a hot dog rating, one that you choked on, and another one. Coming. So there's one coming. All right, and then I've also heard recently that you are going to do a hot dog review under the influence.
Yes, I will eventually.
Okay. I feel like we're probably on the same page. Like I've never touched the pot, never smoked a pot before.
I won't smoke it, but I'll do it with an edible.
Yeah, I've heard it's a different feeling just because it's not going through your lungs, it's going through your liver.
Yeah, I think smoking is grotesque.
Yeah.
I've seen what it's done to my mother.
Your mom smokes pot?
No. Cigarettes.
Just cigarettes. Okay, gotcha.
And she's got the needs oxygen all the time, and she's still smoking.
Really?
She's got the COPD.
Wow. Yeah, my grandfather, they removed, I think, his left lung, but so he had oxygen. That's how I remember my grandfather.
Well, my whole mother's side of the family smoked.
Yeah.
I never knew my grandmother. She died when I was like 2.
From smoking?
Yep.
Yeah, so I can understand not wanting to smoke. Well, that was they've got so many different options now for you can eat a cookie, you can eat a gummy bear, you can
a brownie.
Yeah.
Magical brownies.
Yeah. Well, I'll go with you to the Devil's house if it comes to be. We'll take that ride
Now,
together.
the question is, are you going to come to the Devil's Den and become a Devil's fan?
We'll see. We'll see. If I'm living in Manhattan, it's a toss up. Because if I'm living in Manhattan, the easy go to is the Rangers. However, we don't know. I don't know, and I'm still not sure. I might just stick with Tampa. That's my home team.
That's respectable.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm not.
Devils are right now holding on. They just allowed a goal. They're down. They're up 3-2 with 66 seconds left.
Oh yeah, who are they playing?
Bruins.
Yeah, I'm also not. I'm trying to in my head. I'm thinking, maybe I'll. I don't want to necessarily go with a team that's winning.
Well, the Devils have been down the last 5 years.
Because that's an easy thing to do. Is like,
the Devils after they had a 25-year stretch where they were cup contenders every year, and it's been pretty lean since.
Yeah, I think I have a friend who's a Blackhawks fan, and they said the Blackhawks have gone like 28 years in the playoffs or something like that.
Oh no, that was an old stretch, and that was the Red Wings that had a 28-year stretch.
Detroit, that's what it is. Yeah, Detroit Red Wings, that's what it was.
Yeah, and they've been terrible since that stretch ended.
Yeah, well, I hear they moved into like the Little Caesars Arena or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the Joe Louis Arena was a good arena, but it was outdated by the time they closed it. And the last year that they played there, their playoff streak came to an end, and they've been terrible since. They won but they won 4 Stanley Cups in that stretch.
Yeah.
Well, so you can't be too disappointed with that. The Devils won 3 Stanley Cups in their stretch.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I was looking at jerseys. Do you call them hockey jerseys?
The hockey calls them sweaters.
Sweaters, yeah, okay, sweaters. So I was
sweaters is the vernacular.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at sweaters on Fanatics, and they have them in our sizes. So that's a good thing. It seems like a normal thing to have.
40 seconds left. Devils still trying to hold on.
Yeah.
This will be a big win. Bruins are a very good team.
Yeah, aren't the oh, never mind. I'm thinking the Penguins. They had the Barstool Sportsbook had a Spit and Chicklets bet tonight. But yeah. Well, so what else is going on here? You got hot dog reviews coming out. One where you may have choked. Things aren't looking good, Frank. You're choking on hot dogs. You're you're almost passing out at basketball games.
Hold on a second. And the Devils hold on. 3-2. Get a nice win in Boston.
Good deal. Well, I'm excited to move up. I feel like we've been talking about it for a long time, but it's finally happening.
By the way, I found another card store.
Oh yeah, the one in Lyndhurst.
Nope.
Okay.
It's basically near the American Dream.
Okay.
And I found it on the way home.
Nice.
It's like I don't exactly remember what road it's on, but I do remember seeing it. It's almost it's like 2 miles away.
All right, cool. Yeah, I opened up a box of Donruss Optic today. Got some pretty cool cards.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go try to find some cards this weekend and open up a box and do maybe the Topps 2021 baseball.
Yeah, and those shouldn't be too hard to find. I think the hobby place that I go to.
Yeah, they're completely out at Target. It's like everyone. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Walmart and Targets are pretty much. I don't even go to them anymore. I mean, unless I'm actually going to Target or Walmart for something else, and I happen to check the aisle, I don't even bother going to those places anymore. Just the people that are running through to sell them online for a markup and everything. They get to them. They follow the
assholes.
They follow the reps around. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's. I don't know. I can't imagine I would do the same thing, But you know, it is what it is. That's part of the, I guess, part of the system now. I thought for a while, I mean, it would make sense if Topps or Panini, made like a membership where it's like, hey, you're a Panini member or you're a Topps member. So whenever a new hobby product or whenever a new product comes out, you have an opportunity to buy at least one box. You have so you don't have to deal with that because that's going to happen. I mean, until the bubble bursts, which there is a bubble. I
always like buying the complete set eventually, so I'll probably do that too.
Yeah, I'm not even. I mean, I saw a set, like a box set, for a newer product recently, but I'm not even sure if they sell them in sets anymore. Like I'm not sure how frequent they actually put them out in sets, but we'll see. Well, I'm moving up. You talked about recently. You still thinking about moving out of your place?
Yep.
You're gonna stay. You're gonna stay in the Belleville area, or where?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go to Lyndhurst. Lyndhurst is a place I kind of like.
Yeah. Well, that was it was a fun trip to New York. Did a couple things up there. I'm gonna be. We're doing a hockey, something about hockey's coming up recently or in a couple weeks. So I might be involved with that. Not sure if they've announced anything yet.
That'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be fun. All right, Frank. Well, it was a heck of a weekend.
Well, hopefully you'll be up in time for the March Madness. I think that has a chance to be epic at the office.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to the March Madness this year. They're going to have them all in one arena, right?
General location.
Yeah. And so hold on. So are they going to? So not all the games aren't going to be played in one place?
No.
Okay. I heard they were trying to make a big bubble.
There is a bubble, but it's going to be multiple bubbles. It's all basically going to be in Indianapolis.
Gotcha.
And some games will be played at the Pacers Arena. Some games will be played at the Butler Field House. I think they'll even have some at the the Dome there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely
the Lucas Oil Field.
Yeah.
But from my understanding, it's all going to be in and around Indianapolis. Maybe even some like in Purdue and Bloomington. So it's going to be all in Indiana.
Yeah.
And the women's tournament is actually all going to be around like San Antonio.
Gotcha. And so same kind of concept in a bubble.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely. I was thinking about it. Waiting until Mincy and Marty, their Airbnb is up. But yeah, maybe I'll just grab an Airbnb in Manhattan somewhere for a month.
Well, whatever you can do.
Yeah. All right, Frank. Well, I had fun in New York. I can't wait for the weather to get back warmer and we can actually play putt-putt outside. And actually start stuff.
We'll start looking for more putt-putt places, maybe one even in New York.
Yeah. I've heard there's a couple places in New York we'll try out. Once I get up there, we'll definitely do some of those. And we'll have to start planning the actual
and there's this place called Top Golf.
Yeah, we have a Top Golf here. We have a Top Golf here in Jacksonville. Now that's more of a driving range.
Yeah.
I think they have a putting area as well, but yeah. Very cool. Well, we'll get to it. I'm excited for. Well, it seems like we've been talking about it for a long time now, but once the weather starts getting warmer, we're actually going to be traveling and figuring out where we want to play putt and opening up and actually doing
road trips. Yes.
Yeah, I'm all about it, and I will drive so that we can go on the highway.
Long Island and road trips and raw dogging.
That sounds amazing.
I've heard a lot of people want me to come to Connecticut.
Oh yeah, are there good putt places there or good hot dog places?
Good hot dog places, but I imagine there's got to be putt-putting in Connecticut.
For sure. All right, well we got a lot going on here, a lot to plan the next few months with March Madness and road trips, hot dog reviews, putt. It's going to be crazy. So, all right. Well, that was Barstool Units episode 12. Frank, take us out.
Well, everyone, happy Friday. And hopefully you don't go things too crazy this weekend. And hopefully the weather starts warming up. Yes, I am gotten definite snow fatigue.
Snow fatigue. There you go. Well, I appreciate your time, Frank. That was Barstool Units episode 12. We'll see you guys next time.
All right. You know what to do.